Hello, welcome to the wrap-up show. I'm Wheezy. I had technical difficulties, but it seems like it's working now. I couldn't use my microphone. I couldn't use my camera. It was just like a circle, and I was like, fuck, maybe they got me too. But I restarted my computer. It could be just a big coincidence. We're going to do things a little bit different, but I'll get into that in a second. Charmin, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad your technical difficulties worked themselves out and you're able to be here.
Yeah, I was worried. I was like, fuck, they're getting me too. But I'm thinking that whoever might have had personal access to her computer is the rascal. I don't think that people could do it remotely without at least interacting with it. But I'm not smart enough, so I could be completely
I,
wrong. I
I'm
don't know.
not I'm not technically savvy enough to be able to answer that question, but it did seem logical that it could have been her employer if she has some sort of remote sharing service through her electronics with her employer. And there was some talk of some drama with them last week, and
Yeah.
that's possible. I sent you a link to a company that I use for IT support online. I sent her a link to one too. They're cheap, they're reasonable, and they're knowledgeable. It's easy to ask them questions. And
Good.
yeah,
I want to talk about the show, but we have a very special guest, Danny. I would bring you up, but first, we kind of have an interview situation happening here. I'm actually quite excited about it. It's his debut on the show. Before that, I'll bring up Super Tramp. Super Tramp, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
What a show today. I mean, it was like I couldn't even watch because I was trying to backstage over and over and over to get my mic. But I love that Sleazy P had to kind of like run the show for a second. And I love that Eileen Gruber chick. She was really good.
too. I did too. I like them both. Yeah, I think Sleazy P is a very cute character. I hope we see more of him. I like it when they have a fully formed character and a whole look that goes with that.
That guy's from Guar. I mean,
amazing.
he's epic. I thought it was a fake Sleazy P backstage because I know who that is.
Oh, you know who it is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so even better.
Guar,
Even better.
Metal band with the big suits and like the big costumes.
No, I love the hair. I thought the hair was perfection.
Without further ado, though, I mean, we could talk about the show, but we can't when we have a superstar waiting backstage. His debut on the wrap-up show. I've only got to talk to him once before. Ladies and gentlemen, Leaf. Hi, Leaf.
Hi,
hey, man.
Leaf.
How
You hear me
doing,
okay?
buddy? I'm
Hi,
so
Leaf.
glad that you're here. Thank you very much for coming.
All right, thank you for having me. I feel really bad about what happened on the show today.
Yeah, it wasn't you, was it? Just kidding.
No.
Well,
Trust me, if I had that ability, Captain's stream would be down right now and forever.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
I just wanted to let everybody know that Leaf hit me up to come on, which has never happened before. He knows he's always welcome. And there's been a lot of turmoil this last week for anybody that's not in our Discord. Leaf did quit the show. And I tried to summarize it myself today of like reasons maybe I think why, but nobody could do it better than him. And so we have him on the show. That's why I'm not keeping it very open right now, because 10 people talking over Leaf is not what I want.
Mm-mm.
So Leaf, I just want to give you a chance to like kind of explain yourself. You've gotten a lot of hate. You're handling it perfectly. Like what's going on? Like, are you part of the show still, or are you done?
I'm still part of the show.
Good.
But what happened was I was upset about the show last Sunday and what Elisa was saying. And then I made that Claire video. So I I wasn't going to release it. And then she asked me to privately. And privately, I have a hard time saying no to Elisa.
That's right.
So I re-edited it and I took out her work stuff and all that. And when I released it, she turned me into an anti-Kermitarian. And then she went on Gonzo's show and just trashed me really hard. And I didn't understand why, because I bashed Claire pretty good in the video, but I thought I was nice to Elisa besides pointing out hypocrisy, but it was all true. And it just, the way she talked about me on the Gonzo show, Gonzo's someone I really respect and admire, just really turned me off. And I was like, fuck this, I'm done.
Right.
And
so that was
a few days went past, and she started DMing me again. I just have an issue, like privately, like I'm not going to be mean to her, pretty much anyone.
Right.
And she needed help with a couple things, and I still helped her.
So the last straw was actually when we did the Gonzo and Eric show, which
yes,
she was on, and she basically she trashed you on that for sure. And I didn't I can't remember the timeline really. So I felt like that you left right before that, but I remember now that was like,
that was when I put in Discord, I'm done.
Right.
Which,
how do you like about how everybody's kind of coming out of the woodwork to I haven't seen a lot of shit talking about you, but Claire has gone from first gear to fifth gear, just hating on Leaf. It's been a full-time job trying to defend you. Yeah,
Claire's always had a problem with me. Even, well, I shouldn't say always. Like, we've getting along, and then when he turns on Elisa, he'll turn on me too. And now all of a sudden, I'm being critical of Elisa's behavior, and he wants to jump in and like be her number one support system and take that over from me, which is fine. But I thought he went overboard. And, he did say he was having these temper problems, and he's updosed his medication. He was snapping on other people too, like you and Gidgy and John. Yeah. So it wasn't just me. As far as anyone else, like I haven't noticed.
There's just been like people here and there being like, okay, now that Leaf's out of the way, let me, climb to the top. And
I'm relieved about that, because when I quit in December, like all she had was wits and fireman, and I knew that was going to destroy everything.
Right.
So now that this happened, I'm very happy that she does have a lot of people stepping up.
Right. Now, do you want to limit your involvement with the show from now on, or what has changed permanently?
It's hard to say. Like, my mom is having brain cancer this week.
Oh my
goodness. So that's kind of like on my mind. Like, when she passes, I'm gonna uproot my life. I'm not staying here. I'm gonna, move. And
I'm so
when that day comes, which hopefully won't for a while, but if it happens, like I'm prepared for it, then I really will need to take a break for a while.
Right.
But if everything goes fine with her, and I'm not grieving or anything, then, like I said, it's hard for me to say no to Elisa when she needs help. And, seeing her cry today and stuff, that really hurts me. Like when her internet first cut out, I kind of laughed, because it was during the Cappy video, which she lied about, saying, the devil horns, and because she gave me the green light, and I always check with her with any of her art. Like, okay, do you want it this way? Can I do this? Can I do that? And so she was fine with everything in that video.
Right.
So when her internet cut out,
I really want to say I'm very sorry for what you're going through.
No, it's okay.
Dude. I mean, it's hard as fuck, and you know that I'm here for you, and it looks like the chat's here for you. So just always reach out to us, because I know it's this community where everybody's trying to fucking troll each other and shit, but you have a lot of people that love you. So I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah,
that's one thing Elisa said that's right, is, this is a family, and this is my second family. Mm-hmm. And Elisa is my family. Whether the being in love and all that kind of stuff, I consider her family as well, Right. Which is why it's hard for me to ever let go completely, even when she really does piss me off. Yeah. And I have to say, I thought you were done. I mean, I'm so glad that you're not, but I thought that was it. I mean, there was stuff that happened that I didn't expect, like, the messages and stuff. And it took me, I had to take a step back and like wonder what the fuck is real and what the fuck is fake, Yeah. And that's just like part of what's been going on this whole week. And there's been some moves made that I'm questioning. And I'm like, what's the intent here? And to be just completely honest, the Discord sucks now. It just sucks. I mean, amen. The last 48 hours has been all about pedophilia. That's all they're talking about. And those are Captain's fans. And those are the fans if Captain had good fans, I'd probably like Captain more. But these are the people he brings along with him. So fuck him and fuck everyone in there that's a fan of his. Yeah, we don't want people talking about pedophilia. That's it's gross. Been nonstop, Sharma. I support the death penalty for pedophiles, and that's the only thing I want to talk about when it comes to pedophiles. It's been nonstop. I mean, it's exact opposite. I mean, when I first came to Kermit and Friends Discord, I started a Kermit and Friends Light, because everything was happening then, and it wasn't even 10% as bad as it is now. Ooh. It is every fucking message you look at is about this or that, and it's not the reason I'm ever online. Like, it's disgusting. Mm-hmm. I don't want anything to do with that. So I totally agree. I hope that there's a way to, and that being said, also, her YouTube needs to be moderated.
There's people in there doxing people. There's people in there with the pedophile shit. I know that it's a free for all here and that we want to have open discussion, but it needs to be moderated. There's crimes being committed on her YouTube chat every fucking time that she goes now, and it's not cool.
No,
Like, no matter
those
what,
people
it's
need
not
to be
cool.
blocked.
But
Yeah,
I
they
get
need to
her
be
trust
blocked.
issues because people get personal vendettas and then they block someone who shouldn't be blocked. That's important to the show. So,
I get
it's a
that.
double-edged sword. It's very hard, and there's no easy answer.
There's no easy answer, but even if she, while Lappy is performing, goes through and looks for people that are doxing Kenneth's fucking address, telling everybody where Kenneth's mom works, that kind of stuff, it could be a big problem.
True, but also we know from moderating Wappy streams, those guys have pictures of accounts, literally, and they just keep coming back. It's almost impossible to moderate.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I just feel like that some people, they know it's a free for all, so they might not have hundreds of accounts, and they might give up after two of them have been killed. And that would be very effective as well, I think. But I'm gonna open this up for people because I know that Danny wants to come up and stuff like that. But I do want you to be able to tell your truth on here, and I'm really fucking glad that you're back. But I just
don't leave.
Well, I wanted to make up for today's show how it went. I feel really bad about that. And like I said, when her internet first cut out, I thought it was just a bad connection for a second and was going to come back. That's what my internet does. And so I put, this is karma because you're lying about the video.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I realized, somebody's actually messing with her computer, I felt terrible. And
at first I thought it was a bit. I thought they were doing a bit with Danny calling and all of that. I was like, okay, this is a bit. But as time went on, I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, and then my microphone.
Anyone who thinks it's a bit, I promise, like, if it is, it's all Elisa. But trust me, this is not how she operates. Even if you look at our DMs, like her pushing me to do stuff, she's not setting up bits. It's just she's trying to get people against each other sometimes, but never bits.
Right. Yeah, I just felt it was weird. It was a weird show all the way around. And then when it started happening and then my mic and camera went at work, I'm like, oh, fuck. Like this is, and it could have been a coincidence that happened. But I was like, oh, shit, something's really happening. I had to restart my whole fucking computer for it to work.
And it's scary for a woman because, they could spy on Elisa now, full-fledged. Mm-hmm. If they have access to move around her desktop and stuff.
Some of you guys is echoing. Elisa now, full-fledged. Naomi or Kay, somebody's echoing.
Did they have access?
Yeah,
I really don't want to hear myself.
It was you, Kay. Kay, you need to turn off your YouTube. You were echoing. But it was just I hated seeing that happen, and but it's going. Kitty, be quiet. It's going to change. This is hopefully going to make it.
We should have prepared Elisa for something like this. So that's a failure on our part. But now that it has happened, we can make sure it never happens again.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, what do you have to say, Danny?
No, I just want to say that she should have absolutely powered down her PC, disconnected the laptop from the internet, and she could have came back on her phone like really easy. Because StreamYard,
I agree with Danny on that.
Yeah, StreamYard keeps it going. Like she can leave and always come back. I think as long as she has someone on panel. Oh, I don't know. But and then someone was saying that it's her boss doing that. I don't know. All it takes is one downloaded file and someone that knows what they're doing to get remote access.
Yeah, I'm blaming Captain. That's who I'm blaming. I think he had access to the computer for 3 days while she was at work. And there's no telling what he could have grabbed off there and gave it to a friend who knows how to do this stuff. I don't think it was her boss. I think Elisa was very mad at her boss, and then she said she was having a meeting with another boss, and then after that she stopped talking about it. So I think they came to some kind of settlement. So it was either Captain or she clicked a bad link and they got her IP address. But John M says that's not what happened. Somebody has direct access to the computer, not the IP.
Was that John M?
Yeah, that was
Tony, Fun Stuff Only.
Yeah. He's been talking a lot lately. He's actually awesome. I didn't know him before.
No, his voice was so good. There was such a good tone to his voice.
Yeah, I could listen to him talk for days. Yeah, he was on Danny's stream the other night, and I listened to the whole thing. He's so entertaining.
He really is, and he doesn't take any shit. Like if people come at him, he goes right back at them, man. And he's got fucking facts and receipts, and it's pretty entertaining.
The files.
The files.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah. Well, what did you think about Sleazy P like taking over when she first went out? That's what was my first indication that something may be wrong. I thought he was pretty cool. I've known of him forever.
Well,
He's in bar.
you missed it when Claire took over first, and Claire did a good job.
Claire was first.
Yeah, he did a good job, and then Sleazy was great. And I'm gonna talk to Sleazy after this and try and rebook him for next Sunday. We have a couple, like Aaron News. He's gonna be back. I talked to him already.
Yeah, I saw him backstage.
Yeah, and there was the Howard Stern impersonator who we couldn't get on today, and we'll have him back next week.
Wow. Well, I'm just so glad that you're back, Leaf. I mean, I know that it might not be at the same extent that you were before, and it kind of brought new blood into the whole producing excitement and stuff like that. But I'm just glad that you're still a part of it. I was like,
well, I appreciate it. And Wits End deserves a lot of credit.
He does.
He booked the lady Ellen.
Yeah.
And he got the Howard Stern impersonator, and he's been very helpful and just a very nice surprise. And hopefully he keeps with it.
Is what's going to be
Sleazy was a dude. Duh.
Is what's going to be the main producer? We're just giving Kenneth that title.
No, Kenneth is the main producer. He has 12 helpers. Do not take that away from him. He will ask for you to be kicked from the Discord again.
I know, right?
Don't say one bad word about Kenneth. You'll have a fucking army of people behind you telling you how horrible you are. Believe me. You only can have good opinions about Kenneth, or else fucking Chad will be all the way up your fucking ass about it.
Chatty Waddy?
No, I like that Chad's protecting him. He's the best guy to have protect you. So I'm glad Kenneth has someone like that.
Yeah, I guess he needs it with all of his behavior. He needs somebody.
I think you and Chad will make up, though.
Yeah, as soon as
he's a great guy. He's probably my best friend in the community, and you become one of my closest friends.
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
John. If John and Chad can be friends now, trust me, anyone could be friends with Chad.
I'm friends with Chad. I will say that. It's not like but I can't breathe wrong without him coming at me. And so
well, just about Kenneth. Myself. I mean, I told Chad too. I didn't think Chad should have come at you about Vlad.
He did.
But about Kenneth, I kind of get it. Because
that's fine. I mean, I get that. Yeah. Listen, man, I've spent 7 months picking Kenneth up, holding him up, sending him stuff in the mail. Like I know you have, Leaf. And this whole Kenneth thing is getting out of control. And if you reinforce bad behavior will continue. And so if I have a difference of opinion with somebody, that's fine, but I'm not going to be berated for it or meant to look a certain way that I wasn't. Because when Kenneth got catfished, it was blamed on me for starting my funny anti-Kenneth club. Do you think that I want Kenneth to be catfished? No, I don't. Did my club have anything to do with it? No, it didn't. But let's stop here because we have a fucking superstar in the building. High Pitch Eric, welcome to the show.
High Pitch.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, High Pitch.
Hey, I have a question. Okay. Why does Danny from LA have to be on every show?
I thought we made up, Eric. I thought we made up.
Okay, question. What happened to Elisa's show today?
I think that somebody was fucking with their computer, and they kept fucking with their internet too. Were you watching?
Yes. And who do you think fucked with her internet?
Well, let's get Tony up here because Tony, welcome to the show. He's more tech savvy than I am, and so he could probably help explain it better than I can.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, everyone. Hey, Leaf King, so sorry about your mom. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I think she'll be okay.
Good. We all pray that she will.
We'll be covering her in prayers.
Hey, Charmin, I've never been on with you. Hello.
I know, Tony. Hi, how are you?
Good. All right, so what I believe happened was someone had access to a computer before today, and the fact that the files were being moved show that, so it was not an IP or a DDoS attack. It was someone that could easily have done that either two ways. One is maybe three ways. One is she maybe had that connection through work because they use IMAX at work, and maybe someone said I could help you, or maybe she worked from home sometimes. The second way would be when Cappy was there, he could have went to her keychain and possibly done something there, got her passwords and stuff, but that's the least likely scenario. And I could tell you how it happened with the gigantic Sony hack. So it was a major VP at Sony got an email with something she thought was from her daughter's school. It was a PDF, and when she opened it, it gave them access to her computer. But my feeling strongly is that it's her boss. Now, quickly, I'll tell you how she could fix it. Elisa can listen to this later. I would bring the computer to the Apple store, tell them what happened, tell them to, if she has to buy a little drive, copy over any files that are unique to her. She doesn't need the applications or utility files. She just needs whatever is unique to her, copy it off, and then they should wipe the computer clean. And I think going forward, she will not have this problem again.
Yeah, but doesn't she have to change all her passwords?
Yeah, she could do that too, but I think it's more than that.
It's more than that.
So let me ask you a question. So you think her bosses probably did that because
I don't know for sure, but that would be the easiest and most realistic scenario. And I know she has a lot of conflict there, and he was trying to control her life, her personal life, telling her what to do. And he's been saying that before anyone he didn't like this IP2 thing. So, and then she went harder and harder and harder. And to me, he looked like an angry dad trying to teach her a lesson. I'm not saying it's her boss.
Allegedly, it could be.
Yeah, allegedly. But, I have a big gut, and my gut says her boss, but we don't know,
And I want to make this point. It's not your personal life when you're streaming it to thousands of people for everyone to watch. That makes it everyone's business.
Right.
I disagree with that to some extent, the way he was getting involved. He was getting involved in more of a personal way that had nothing to do with the it was different. It was different, in my opinion.
Well, some of the things he said were very crossing boundaries, even if it's just a guy saying it to a girl, let alone the boss thing.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about anything sexual harassment wise. I'm not even talking about that.
I haven't seen those. So
yeah, so I'm not talking about that at all. So
I
don't know should I say allegedly on all that, or I'm just giving my theory and
Okay, we have an update. Jimmy Jordana says that Wappy is working with Elisa right now to diagnose the problem and fix it. Wappy, we thank you. You're a hero.
Thank you, Wappy.
Man, you are amazing.
Thank you, Wappy.
Wappy's pretty good with computers.
Thank you, Wappy.
Yeah.
Hey, Weezy, I love that girl on top right next to you.
Charmin's very beautiful. I'm sure she's
Eric.
starstruck because you're the famous High Pitch Eric from the Howard Stern Show.
I'm looking forward to all the new things that you're going to be more involved with Kermit and Friends, right? That sounds amazing. Thank you.
So, Charmin, where are you from?
I'll be right back.
I live in Florida.
Yeah, where in Florida?
Jacksonville.
So, I drive to Florida sometimes.
All right. Well, next time you drive through, we should get together and have dinner.
Are you married, single?
Oh, I'm terminally single. I will be single for the rest of my life.
Well, you should hook up because I'm single.
I think I'm not good dating material. I don't think you would enjoy it. I think I'm more trouble than I'm worth.
Eric never misses an opportunity, man.
He always sees an opportunity.
Listen, I'm a lot of trouble. I'm having surgery next month. You should come and take care of me.
Well, I'm not a good nurse. What kind of surgery are you having? Are you okay?
Eric's looking for a really good caretaker right now, Charmin.
Yeah,
she has to be a hot female, though.
Well, he's smart. He wants a hot female to take care of him.
Well, I can't talk about what happened because
it's personal.
It's personal. I can't talk about what I did.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. But you got to have surgery to fix it? You're lucky that they're giving you surgery to fix it.
Cervical spine.
That sounds serious.
Like a pretty major surgery to me.
That sounds serious.
He was supposed to have it today or a couple days ago, but he got COVID.
But now I took a COVID test at home and it's negative.
Oh, good job. So Eric does not have COVID, everybody.
Good job.
Eric.
Congratulations. Good.
Yeah, because Gonzo Shitcock is a rat because he called the Stern Show and said I had COVID.
I can't believe it. He's in the chat right now. You haven't given him a shout out yet, I've noticed.
Well, listen. Gonzo Shitcock is a rat. I shouted him out on the Lisa show because I said we're getting an RV. I said Gonzo Shitcock will be in the RV, so I shouted him out on the Lisa show. But he's a total rat.
I wonder if he would come up here and talk to you about that.
Well, he's too much of a chicken to come on.
I don't believe it. Gonzo Shitcock is going to show up now.
Come up, Gonzo.
Leah's mad that you said that too. He needs shout outs for every show too, Eric. I know that about Gonzo. He likes.
I know, like he thinks he's a superstar. But I still love Gonzo. I still love Leah. And
You love me?
do I love you?
Danny needs love.
Well, listen, I need more love than Danny needs. Because Danny always tries to steal my woman.
Yeah.
If you guys can hear the kitty, it's this guy right here. He's not allowed to go outside right now because he got in a fight, and that's all he wants to do is go outside.
You have trouble.
And
Oh, he's so
he's
cute.
meowing.
Did he
Wow,
get in a
I've seen him
fight with a
live.
neighbor kitty?
Yes, they always kick his ass, and he thinks he's tough, so he chases.
Hey, Forrest.
He's very camera
He's
shy.
Hey,
handsome.
Rizzy, I want to
He's so
see your
cute.
cat fight Danny from LA.
No way. We only like love, not fighting. But he does have some pretty little kitty cats. Danny does. They were kittens. They were very cute.
Yeah, they're getting big now. They're getting pretty big.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well,
miss
I for
my
one
kitty.
can say this. I love that our friend Leaf is still here. He's still in the community. He's still producing. Even if he's producing under Kenneth, I still think it's great to do all of Kenneth's work for him.
Hey, what did you think of Carl today?
I hated him.
I did too.
Carl,
I
if you're
thought he
watching,
Yeah,
Carl is
Danny,
so
were you happy
vile.
to see his feet?
Carl
Danny, were you
sucks.
happy to see Carl's feet?
Carl
I didn't.
sucks.
I missed that part. So
You missed.
he's
so-
trash. Carl, if you're watching,
Oh,
you're
God.
trash. Even your own streams are trash. When you come on here and you try to do this cutesy, I'm smart thing, it never works. You're garbage. You're
Yeah.
never going to be on this
Yeah.
show.
And I want to point out that the day Sharman came back to the show, Elisa had ended it because this person, Penelope, came up and bashed her and shamed her and made fun of her looks, and that was Carl. So yeah, but then brought Sharman back. It was a great. So Elisa ended the show, and then Sharman popped up and she brought it back up. It created a great moment. But Carl, you're just a douche, man.
Carl, you are a douche.
Carl's a piece of shit.
The
Eric,
whole
I couldn't have said it
drama
better.
over the prosthetic toe and just so he could steal the glory of being the bullying expert when he's clearly the bully.
And calling
Classic
Claire a faggot.
gaslighting.
Listen, Jimmy, sorry. I'm not a Jimmy the Christian fan right now because he's been a nightmare to deal with. But calling him a faggot online in front of everybody, it's out of bounds. He shouldn't be doing that. And he's just doing that. He's from the IP2 community, which I'm going to say it. I've met a lot of cool people from IP2, but for the most part, they're trash. Just trash.
Can I ask a
thanks for
question?
the views, but you guys are fucking trash. And Carl, if you're watching, you suck. Sorry.
It kind of sounded like Carl kidnapped Andy.
Yeah,
What was
I
what was
don't
going
know.
on there with that he saw Andy come out of the building and he took him for a ride in his van and it was all consensual. It didn't sound consensual. Where's Andy?
Yeah, I don't know. Andy came on last week because Chicken Andy was on, but I don't see him coming if Chicken Andy is not.
There was a video.
Let me ask you a question. Yesterday, Captain was supposed to pick up Andy last night from San Diego to LA and drive back to San Diego. What happened with that last night?
I have no idea. I really don't watch.
I don't know. I
Captain.
really don't watch it either. Yeah.
I watched a little bit of Gucci's with Chicken Andy and Elisa, but once everybody starts talking over each other, my autism kicks in and I can't handle it.
One of the things, there's a video of Carl going to a hotel and harassing Andy to do an interview, and it's really intense. And we could find that and show it around, but he's just not really been good by any means with our people.
Thanks, Revolt.
I'm not a
Revolt
fan.
had a nice thing to say about me. That's increasingly rare in the chat. Thank you.
Did you see that video where they were body slamming each other in the hotel room last night?
No, I didn't see that.
No.
It was Gucci's, Chicken Andy, and two other people.
So are you going to be doing that soon, Eric? Are you going to be an RV guy?
That's a good question.
Me, Elisa, Chicken Andy, Gucci's.
And
Same RV? That's jam packed.
No.
taking turns.
No, we're going to get an RV from Casey, and this is going to be a better RV.
Nice.
At Gonzo Chicago, too.
Wow.
And Danny from LA, if you want to come on RV, you have to pay to get on.
I gotta
Is Danny
pay?
the only one that has to pay, or
Okay, I'll pay with Chips Ahoy's. Deal?
Okay.
No, you got to pay $100 to get on.
we have another
All right.
superstar backstage? Everybody, please welcome Gonzo's father, Kleenex. Kleenex, welcome.
Hey, Kleenex.
Really.
I guess he's muted. He doesn't want to talk to us.
I'll mute your mic, Boomer.
He's probably talking to the barista right now, so he can't.
No, I was just going to say real quick, I really didn't like what I saw today, but I think it's going to reinforce her fans, and I'm sure it's just a technical problem to be taken care of. I don't really think an employer would do it. I think there's too much liability if it ever is to get traced back. I think it was a simple Trojan horse that got placed on by opening some kind of packet. So,
But they were moving her mouse and stuff like that.
yeah. Hard to say.
That's, remote
Hard to
access.
And you know, she did a really good job hosting the show despite all that.
Mm-hmm.
I have to agree.
She kept it together. She still got a little bit of an interview out of Sleazy. She got some good stuff out of Ellen. And talked to Carl, which was a waste of time, but still.
I know he got the longest interview, and the other two people were actually interesting. And Carl's just over here jerking himself off, basically.
Talking about Vin Diesel and
30-year-old stuff. Yeah.
He's going to out simp all of her simps now. So what else are we going to get from him as he tries to get her attention?
And the funny part is the fact that we all hate him now. She's going to love him more.
Yeah. I don't hate him. He's just lame. He doesn't even register him.
I don't mean to use the word hate. I don't mean to use the word hate.
Not hate. Not by all. I mean, he's just always been played out.
Yeah.
Like when he met Andy at that hotel, and that was just whack. I was expecting content, and it was like every step of the way, anything I've seen Carl do is just like he's got way too big of an ego with zero talent, and he thinks it's the opposite.
Hey, Weezy.
Always the case.
There's doxing in the here. Might want to.
Thanks. I guess on my
Hey,
It's really disappointing. There's some weird accounts showing up, and they're really misbehaving, and they're ruining a perfectly good time.
I agree. I mean,
we have it covered here. We have great mods, and they have freedom to mod. In Elisa's chat, there's 0 mods. So there's a fake Wheezy going on for 2 weeks, which isn't really cool. So people are responding to him as if Wheezy's saying this shit. Right off the bat, there was a dox of Kenneth's mother, like a full dox of where she works, her name. That was, that was going on. So, that she's leaving that open. And I've, someone said it, Leaf, you said about helping her and warning her. I've been doing this all along. Everything I've told her to do, she said, thanks, but never did it. But one of the things they said is you should come in with a secondary account called Fozzie and give it full admin privileges. So in case you get locked out of your account, which they could have done to her today and ruined her Discord, right? She needs a second account and stuff. So she didn't want to do that. She's like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Well, here you go. So get mods on the YouTube. I talked to her today about it. No, the Discord's the worst, right? The worst.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't. I can't participate in Discord.
It's getting like by the hour worse. By the hour.
The bad behavior in Discord ran me off of Discord. I cannot.
Charmin, I would kill to go back to those times. That's how bad it is now. It's fucking horrible.
We have a new light server though, Charmin. I'll DM you.
Good. I'm a fan of the light servers. That's that's fine.
You're in it, Danny. It's not really a light server. You're in it already. Let's not talk about it further. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm sharing a server with Johnny B. So I
actually joined a new Discord server. I found one. It's just for candidates who've qualified for the ballot to find volunteers, and I'm participating more in there lately.
Good.
Eric, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Mush, Trixie, Palmore, Doc Ivan, Wombat. And I do a show now on you now, too.
He does.
Oh, good.
It's a
we like
really
you
good
now.
Show. He's got a lot of viewers. I was there the first night. It was fantastic, I have to say.
I go up against Johnny B now, too.
No competition for Johnny V.
Of course, Eric.
Hello, guys.
Eric's a puppet now.
Okay, Danny, continue that, and you're going to be off of here. I'm not going to deal with that at all. Eric did his show on his own. Nobody told him what to do.
Easy. Come on.
That's what I'm saying. You come on. You're on my show.
Danny,
right now.
Danny, you think you do a good job on Johnny B's show? Bullshit.
I do.
Yeah, okay. I have the best management on my team.
Yeah, Danny keeps throwing these little jabs as if he knows what he's talking about, but facts are different than your little jabs, and so that's just the facts. Eric went live by himself.
You're Johnny B's little puppet.
All right, let's
He
stay
just
on
said it,
topic.
he just
I
said
want to
it.
bring up one thing, like who should be the Kermitarian of the week? I think Charmin should pick it.
I get to pick Kermitarian.
Yes,
of the week?
because I think
Absolutely.
Elisa would endorse it. Let me just say real quickly, she loves you. She loves you. I mean, God, she looks up to you. You have a rare relationship. I swear to God, she loves you more than anyone. And we all love you. And I think if you pick it would be endorsed. So who do you think?
Absolutely.
It's a hard one, though.
It is a hard one, but I'm going to give it to Leaf for sticking by us and staying with the Kermitarians. through thick and thin, Leaf has been here through everything, and
with his mom sick.
Yeah, especially with his mom being sick. Whatever's going on with Leaf's mom, we support him and her, and we all need to be able to express our disappointment about things that are taking place, and our opinions need to be valued. And even if we don't always like what someone says, we still keep them as part of our community. We put the funk in dysfunctional. We are a family. We are a dysfunctional family, but we stick together, and that's really important.
Well said, Charmin. Thank you very much for that.
Congratulations, Leaf. I couldn't even think of a better person.
Shout out to Smokey.
And I shouldn't even have said because of your mom's sick. It's everything besides that.
Yeah.
Besides that. But, you need a little boost. You need a little boost, and this is a big boost. Thanks, Charmin. Brilliant.
Leaf had 45 fucking people talking shit about him that Dennis don't even know him in the Discord after this all happened. And he stuck around, and he's still editing, and he's still here, and he's participating in this part of it more than he ever has, which I love. And I think that fucking Leaf should be the host of the show because he's so fucking amazing. So I'm just a huge Leaf fan, and I'm so glad that he stuck around. He needs Kermitarian of the Year, and let's get that Kenneth guy out of here.
Roasted.
I'm really worried about Kenneth.
Fan. Don't say that. You're gonna get. She don't like that. You know that, Wheezy.
Bad Wheezy.
Yeah, bad Wheezy. I'm worried because of what happened with Prince, and I don't want people taking advantage of Kenneth, and that concerns me.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a rascal too. He's today in my DMs. I'm one of the few people that still talks to Prince because I really feel bad for people when they're that fucking nuts, and I want them to make sure that they're not going to go do something actually stupid. So I completely leave open communication with them and stuff like that. But his problem is that he's always doing things for attention, and so you constantly have to tell him, like, this is not going to get you the attention you want. This is just bad attention. He needs to be off of Discord.
Well, there's two different types of attention. Not all attention is good attention.
Absolutely.
We want good attention. Like bad kids who misbehave, act out, and do bad things to get attention because they don't understand there's a difference between good attention and bad attention. That's why you accentuate the positive and ignore the negative. But he's getting attention, and he doesn't understand that there's a difference. And we need to be encouraging good things and good behaviors, because that's what we want to see duplicated. We don't want the bad stuff to multiply.
I agree. And it's been lately, a lot of the bad behavior is rewarded and enabled. And sometimes it's the people that are adjacent to the people that need to make the stand, because there's really no power structure here. There's one person that doesn't pay his attention. There's a lot of other people here that has all of the control. And so we kind of have to self-police that. And, Elisa's busy. She's not on Discord a lot like a lot of us are. And so she doesn't see everything the way that we see it. And nobody can tell her what to do. You can ask her for things, but I don't even like doing that. And so it's up to us to make people at least try to fit in and behave and work well with others. And that's kind of a full-time job.
Here's the thing. Today, she put a giant target on Kenneth's back by making him the producer. So it's only going to get worse.
I agree with that. Yeah.
It's only going to get worse. So, and then there was, it's so for a good organization, you have to have a strong leader. And she's a very talented person. The show is good, but she's not delegating to people to help her. And, the Discord is pretty much unusable.
I think she has, she likes the conflict a lot. She likes, content, and everything is content. I have a difference of opinion when it comes to the Kenneth thing. I don't think that Kenneth should be used for content to that extent, because like you just said, it's a target on his back. And those people from IP2 that have been trolling him, they know no bounds. They've been putting his mom's workplace in both of our servers. So, I mean, both of our StreamYards. So that's not going to end well.
What is this? I'm seeing a comment about him talking to 17-year-olds and teenagers this week. What are people trying to get him?
I can tell you what happened.
What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
There's one guy who catfished him 3 times in 24 hours with different pictures of Kenneth's face, like morphed into a woman. And he was proud of it. He goes, "Can I be Kermitarian of the week?" I said, "Why?" He goes, "I just catfished him 3 times in 24 hours. I says, "You're an asshole." You know, so he's proud. They're not only doing it, but they're proud of it. And then the next day, probably the same guy, I don't know for sure, came in with another account and he typed in, "I'm 17-year-old," and started chatting with Kenneth. And then when they put out the DM, you could obviously see they photoshopped and moved it down to 15.
Yeah,
now the year
17 to 15.
Yeah, the year doesn't matter. The age doesn't matter. Does it matter a lot? He still did this, inappropriately to speak to someone that young, but he doesn't know better. But they're purposely trying to set him up. So we got a warning 2 days before that said exactly they would do this. It said they're going to set him up as a pedo, and they're going to put his name out to a guy who goes after pedos. So this was all preconceived. So it's a planned attempt.
Is this the same group that set Andy up on fake sexual assault charges?
Andy Dick?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know about. Oh no.
Now, I'm not a fan of setting people up for fake criminal charges just for content. That's not quality content. That's definitely bad attention. We're all better than that.
It's not even for content. It's just trolls. It's not for content.
They're destroying somebody's life. And Kenneth isn't capable of identifying who is a good friend and who is a bad friend.
And he's going to keep on doing it. He's in what I call a loop. So he keeps on doing it over and over. He can't stop it. Even if you just warn him, no more DMs, Ken. The person comes in and he does it. He did it 4 times, right? In 48 hours, 4 times. The same thing.
What George is saying here is important to talk about, because I'm not letting Ken next to my fucking niece. I'm not doing that. I'm not up here defending his actions. I'm not doing any of that. But when you do something like what they're doing, it's just as shitty. It's entrapment. It's trying to expose him and then changing the 17 to 15. That's disgusting. I don't care who you are. Is Kenneth going to be around any young people I know? Fuck no.
They're so obsessed with this pedo stuff, but they're just fabricating everything. It's like, come up with something legit. They're just fabricating about Kenneth, and it's too much in my opinion.
Yeah, it's just, these people are too bored. They've got nothing better to do than to try to bring somebody down that they find annoying. Do I find Kenneth annoying? Exceedingly so. Every day he's more fucking annoying. But you don't see me trying to catfish him or do something horrible so that he leaves forever. I do wish his mother would take his fucking internet away from him. I wish that very much. But it's not because I'm selfish and don't want to see him anymore. It's because this doesn't end well for him. The more that he does, he's going to end up in jail. So he's going to do the wrong fucking thing, and it's going to be an actual kid, and then that's when everything gets different, because his behavior is being reinforced. Oh, don't worry, Kenneth. She was 17, not 15. Oh, okay. Well, then it's okay to do. Now, what's going to happen to the next 17-year-old that fucking texts him? And who has a sister out there that they can tell to text Kenneth? They're going to set him up.
Exactly.
I think that he needs to take a big break. He makes videos every other day about how he's going to take a break after Sunday. Kenneth, if you're watching, today is Sunday. I encourage you to take a break after. You can produce from afar. You do not need to be in Discord to produce. You can call people and set it up for Sundays and come back on YouTube, but Discord is just going to eat you up and spit you out. And I think that's actually the truth, personally.
What is this banana taffy comment? What is this banana taffy comment?
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true either.
Yeah.
Well, Wizzy, I'll give you a call later.
Okay, buddy. Thank you for coming up here.
Thanks, Eric. Bye. Nice to see you.
Bye, Eric.
So I like that weird-looking guy with the big hair, right? That had like a cliffhanger. To me, it looked like he made it out of Lego. It was like so like plasticky. But that was funny. He was good.
Yeah,
It
he
was
told
good.
me
I
he
didn't
wanted to
have
go
to
on
see it.
first because that thing weighs over 10 pounds. And
Oh
it's
my
hard
god,
for him.
and he had a really nice setup, you know.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
He has his own show. I'll link it in the Discord later.
Okay, that was a
Okay,
good
good.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
And
was.
then that actress was so
Guar.
good, but she
Yeah,
started
she-
out really upbeat, and then something got to her. She talked about, I think, being sick, and then she started tearing up and stuff. So,
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
I
that was
wanted
Rob Witz did a
actual
great job
interview.
on that. That was a quality guest.
Yeah,
Good.
he did.
I
Good.
really
That was
wanted
nice
a
of
real
him.
interview with her instead of like what happened. So I hope that she comes
We'll get her back. We'll get everyone back, I think.
Yeah. And Guar's
Yeah.
huge. Anybody that doesn't know Guar, I mean, they're fucking huge. I remember them from being a kid. They're heavy
Yeah.
and they're
I
pretty
remember
amazing.
them on Jerry Springer. That was when I saw them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were just a bunch of freaks. I'm not into that stuff.
Yeah, no, it's more fun to me. It's like fun and funny
Yeah.
than it is like amazing. But yeah,
And
that
the-
guy, he was good.
The contest for producer just never happened. So we could say that, you know, maybe because of all the problems it never happened, but
Trixie.
you know, it just Kenneth got awarded the thing right away, and then it was not even really a contest. So
And to give
Right.
Kenneth one compliment,
Yes.
today his camera angle was the best it's ever been.
That
So-
is
His hair
true.
looked really good.
but did you
Yeah,
see his
he's
face?
fine.
He had dread on his face, guys. I'm sure.
Oh, I
when
didn't
his-
notice that.
Oh my god, yeah, he had dread on his
Yeah,
face.
he was like,
Yeah, he was like, and when he saw his stepmom's info in the chat, that had to make him scared as crap. So they're fucking with a lot of shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would prefer to see anybody doxing like that banned and blocked and removed from they're not helping our program. And I don't think YouTube is going to monetize us if there's a bunch of fighting and arguing in the chat. I don't think that's what the key is to our success. I don't think it's blowing up the algorithm enough to make it beneficial. I think they need to go.
I want to say something before I drop. Okay, you guys know what I do for a living, right? I see this behavior all the time. Kenneth cannot contain himself. He cannot stop himself. So if he gets another DM, it's going to be even worse.
I agree
That's
with you.
I hope
really
his
do.
I hope his the adults who are in charge of him take away
They're-
his electronics,
I hope so too. All right, guys. Thank you, Weezy,
Thank
for
you,
having me.
Danny. Thanks for
especially
joining.
after that
I
Prince
appreciate
thing.
it.
Beautiful as always, Charmin. And Kate
Thank
too.
you, Danny. It was always nice to see you. I love your
How's my
voice.
beard, by the way, Danny? Oh, he left. I'm growing my beard super long and gross just for him. My neck hair right now is like 3 inches long. Thank you, Danny.
Funny.
So I think I'm gonna wrap it up right now. It was a weird show. I'm glad that nobody is like taking over my computer. I was worried about that. Leaf, if you would like to say anything else before we go, floor is yours. I'm just so glad that you're back.
Yeah, you know, I love covering the Friends. I'm very sad about what happened today, but it'll recover and it'll be back to normal next week, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trixie did have a question for you. You said you were going to book someone for the show next week. Did you not quit the show? I think we did get that answer. He has
Yeah,
not.
I'm still
quit the
helping
show.
out, but there's a lot of other people helping out now too. So
Yeah, and like somebody had just said, Bio just said, we need 6 or 8 people to do what you did alone, and that's a testament to how hard you worked. And I know you have a regular job too, so I mean, everybody really needs to see that like the stuff that this guy does behind the closed doors and behind the scenes.
It will become very,
amazing.
very easy to see. And I didn't like that Jimmy was poo-pooing with Leaf did. He was like, "Oh, he makes clips. Sharma can make clips. Done. Deal done." I'm like, "Did you even speak to Sharma? She has her own shit going on."
Well, if my clips are so
It's a clip,
minimal,
though.
what
It's
I
not
know
what-
what
yeah.
to do. I don't do any of the editing. I haven't figured out how you talk over things. Like I
Right.
got so far to go.
I
I'm
know,
just
and that's the thing with that's the way Jimmy is. He was so set on he had this all figured out, and obviously he didn't. But if you want, when this show ends, you're going to see the opening and closing by Leaf. The music is phenomenal. I hum it all the time. The pictures are so upbeat. That's what Leaf does, Jimmy.
Yeah.
He doesn't make clips. Okay, thank you. I just
Amen.
wanted to say that.
Yeah, I just cut out bits and pieces and posted to TikTok and YouTube. That's it. I don't know how to do any of the editing stuff. None.
Well, thank you guys very much. I know it's different than normal. We don't have singing or anything like that, but we appreciate everybody watching and everybody coming up. And Leaf is the Kermitarian of the week.